Right now, we're talking about the national dropout crisis affecting our schools. About 1 million students leave school every year and never come back. And joining us this morning to talk about how we can curb this problem, we have Todd Tooney and Sam Sadler from City Year Columbus. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Now, can you tell me how big of a problem is it in Central Ohio?
Yeah, well, City Year is here to combat the dropout rate. You know, every 26 seconds a student drops out of school. As you mentioned, that's about 1 million students a year.
Wow.
Arnie Duncan was here yesterday, our Secretary of Education, talking with our mayor, and he said that there are 6,000 freshmen in Columbus City schools, and there are only 3,000 seniors. So we're losing students. And you have to imagine that some of those 12th graders are not graduating on time and on track.
Okay.
And so that's where City Year steps in. We take AmeriCorps volunteers. They work and volunteer for an entire year to go in the schools and work on what we refer to as the ABCs, which are attendance, behavior, and coursework, which is math and English.
Okay.
And then they provide tutoring, mentoring, and role modeling to help get our students back on track to graduate successfully.
Now, what are some of the reasons that students drop out of high school?
Well, I mean, there are a multitude of reasons. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're not hitting those key indicators. Their attendance is low, their behaviors are not necessarily conducive for learning, and then they're not doing well in English and in math. And so what our core members do is they actually go in there and they put in initiatives around attendance. They help build relationships so that they can maybe keep students from acting out in class and allow them to really learn. And then they really buckle down and give them what they need in the tutoring sessions, both in class and after school, to ensure that they can be successful in those courseworks, English and math.
It sounds like a lot of them need that one-on-one attention, some guidance perhaps. Now, how successful has the program been?
I think extremely successful. Just over this past 10 months, I've seen all of my students' reading levels have increased by at least 1 grade level, which for some of them, you know, they're only at a 3rd grade level right now, so every little bit is important. And their attendance is getting up. You know, there's still some kids that are struggling, but overall, it's been amazing seeing just how much my class alone has grown this year.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, as a whole, we're seeing in attendance, which is one of our most challenging indicators, we're seeing that increase where we're getting students back into school, feeling good about being in school and being successful. And behavior, we're seeing a marginal increase there. But where we're seeing the big lift is we're seeing it in the coursework. We're seeing students that really are smart, they want to learn, they want to be successful, and we're seeing them improve their scores by anywhere between 30 and 50%, which is a huge lift. Our focus right now is in the 9th grade. What we've been able to determine is from the 9th grade to the 10th grade, if a student transfers successfully into that grade, they can be 4 times more likely to graduate.
Okay.
And so for us, it's about really kind of making sure that that happens, and we have 9th graders traveling successfully into the 10th grade.
That's great. And how can people find out more information if they want to get involved, if they want to know what they can do in the community?
Yeah, well, we'd love for people to go to our website. It's www.cityyear.org. And /Columbus. City Year is a national program, so we're in 26 different cities across the country. This way they can be focused on what we're doing here in Columbus.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for working on this important thing here we have in Columbus. We're going to take it over to Josh now.